how old she is.
How old are you?
Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail before turning back to her and saying, 17? Why do you look like that? You think...
Reminisce all the time that we had. I be running, I'm running that bag. She be talking you. What's good, YouTube, man? What's going on, NCL Family? How your day going? How you been? I hope you having a great day today. Now, look, we got to bring Drake to the table. I don't know what the hell going on after this diss track with Kendrick. Everything is coming out, right? And I have to bring Drake to the table because I don't understand this little underage situation that's going on. So come with me. Let's go investigate. So now, first video we're about to watch is Stranger Things' milliebobbybrown says Drake helped her with boys. Now look, Drake. You're a grown-ass man. You understand? You're a grown-ass man. I don't know what advice you could give to a little girl about boys who is not your daughter, cousin, or who's not related to you in any shape or form. You understand?
Your relationship with Drake. Tell me about your friendship. How did this all come about?
I love him. I met him in Australia, and he's honestly so fantastic and a great friend and a great role model. You know, we just texted each other the other day, and he was like, "I miss you so much." I was like,
Why are you telling an underage girl you miss her so much? If it is not your cousin, your daughter, your sister, younger sister. But like, why are you telling her you miss? Even these names I just listed is a bit iffy. You're grown. I don't know. You probably was like 28 or 29 at this age. Why are you texting an underage girl telling her you miss her, Drake? That's baffling to me. It's trifling. I'm flabbergasted.
miss you more. He's coming to Atlanta, so I'm definitely gonna go and see him. I'm so excited. Yeah.
You and Drake? That's awesome. That's awesome.
What advice does he give you? Like, what does he say?
About boys. He helps me.
What?
Yeah. He's great. He's wonderful.
Is it?
I love
What's
him.
his advice with boys?
You know, that stays in the text messages.
Wow.
This is like princess vibes.
Thank you.
Like, why are you helping an underage girl with boys? What are you telling her? Hey, don't trust guys. If he texts you this, don't listen to you. Just trying to. What are you telling her? Oh yeah, he looks trustworthy. He doesn't. Oh yeah, he's rich. He isn't. All right, what advice are you giving an underage girl that's not a family member to you? I don't. Bro, at this point, you grooming her, bro. Now, we have another situation. It says, Little CC on Drake using the first beat she ever made. Right.
Okay, so the Drake thing.
Mm-hmm.
You met him, well, when did you first meet him?
So I played basketball, right? So he really was a fan of supported one of my teammates at the time. And
this is when you're in high school?
Yeah, in high school. So he was a fan of women's basketball, high school basketball.
Why?
I was her teammate. So he followed me because of her. And I was like, oh shit, bitch, you got
following them as well? Like, I ain't no hater. You understand? I ain't want y'all to seem as if I'm hating because I would want to follow from him. So, nah. Like, she's underage. She's in a high school basketball team. Right? I don't know how old he was, but he was definitely more than 22 years old when this happened. Right? He was over 22 years old. Following underage girls in a high school basketball team. Cool, you'll support them. Support from a distance, bro. Clearly, he knew how this would have looked. You understand? Somebody had to tell him, look, following an underage girl in the high school team, I know you support them from far. Following means you're going to see an update always on your feed. Instagram feed. You understand? So he wanted to keep up.
Drake to follow me. like, what the hell? Like, that's so crazy.
Oh
So
my God.
he followed me, and I lost it. I'm like, I have to meet Drake. Like, I love Drake. I've always loved Drake, still love Drake. So basically, yeah, he followed me. Maybe a year later is when I built up the confidence to like message him on like some working stuff, because I was 18 when I messaged him. And I DM'd him like,
See, so that
hey,
means she
I
was like 16 when he followed her.
make beats. Like, can I send you some beats? Like, no. I just wanted him to say my tag. I'm like, you don't have. It just seems so not realistic for him to get on one of my beats. I was like, can you just say my tag for me?
I mean, in the hierarchy of different things to ask Drake to do, asking him to listen to beats, is he gonna? I don't know, but it's not that big a deal. But then asking him to say your tag
Yeah, that's
it's kind of like far up on the
No,
totem
it
pole,
is, it
because
is, it
it's
is,
kind of
it
like him
is.
co-signing your whole
Yeah,
existence. If you
yeah,
end up being
yeah.
a serial killer, he's directly looped into that. Like the TMZ headline is gonna be the girl that Drake did the beat tag for is a serial killer, you know, and like he's got to kind of be aware of that.
No, yeah, of course. But I just didn't think of it like that. I just thought like, you know, him creating a whole.
But yeah, we heard what we needed to hear. Now this is the real video I wanted to react to. I just had to show you guys this before I got into this video. You understand? Like, look, I love Drake music. Don't get me wrong. He creates some good hits. He's a hit maker. Don't get me wrong, but bro, I love your music, but I definitely don't love your morals, bro. The morals need some work. The principles need some work. You understand? And he's rapping on the beat saying, oh, I mean, I'm too famous to look a teenage girl away. Something similar to along the lines. Like, bro, it's famous people who does it. You're not too famous. There's multiple famous people who don't get caught. And there's there's some famous people that do get caught and brought to light. And it takes time. Like the R. Kelly situation. He's been doing it for time. It just got caught up to him. So just because you famous don't mean, oh, you would have got arrested. It takes time to build a case. You understand? And there's a lot of proof. Hey, this is allegations, but there's a lot of things coming forward. Drake, you probably not watching this. You probably happen to watch this. There's a lot of allegations coming forward, bro. This shit need to be cleared up ASAP.
What's going on behind the scenes? The conversation started when footage from a 2010 Drake concert began circulating the internet. Footage where a 23-year-old Drake invites a girl from the crowd on stage, dances with her, smells her hair, massages her shoulders, puts his arms around her, and then starts to kiss her neck. He then says that he's going to get carried away before asking how old she is.
How old are you?
Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail before turning back to her and saying, 17? Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this. He continues saying, I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel.
What? What? Drake.
Against my chest.
Drake.
Why do you look like that? You thick. Look at all of this. He continues saying, I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel against my chest. He then kisses her on the cheek as well as her forehead before ending the bit and continuing the show. Now it's understandable that this was crowd interaction gone wrong, but him continuing to make sexual comments about her body and kissing her multiple times after learning her age had some fans raising their eyebrows. However, this wouldn't be the last time Drake finds himself around minors. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with producer Lil Cece, she discusses how she
Man, I can't even get past that, Drake. 17? Bro, I'm younger than, well, I'm clearly younger than you, but I'm talking about like that age, I know you look 22, something like that. If I'm guessing. And I personally wouldn't even entertain a 17-year-old. You understand? I wouldn't even entertain a 17-year-old. At your grown-ass age, bro.
First met Drake, saying that in 2015, she was on a high school basketball team. And Drake, being a fan of women's high school basketball, followed both her teammate and herself.
I was her teammate, so he followed me because of her.
At the time, Drake would have been 29. The same year, Drake would post on Instagram, celebrating the release of Baka Not Nice, a rapper, friend, and member of Drake's record label, OVO, following a stint in jail for allegedly forcing a 22-year-old woman into prostitution, a weapons charge, and human trafficking. The now deleted post read, "Something in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once. But this one means the most. Been waiting 11 months. Baka finally home." 1 year later, in May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood. Due to their allegedly flirty interaction,
Hailey Bieber, that's probably Justin Bieber's sister, huh? I ain't too tapped in with these, but that's probably his sister. Let me know down in the comments.
and Drake wearing a matching
Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I would really appreciate it. Road to 500.
H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even alleging that the two hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. However, during this time, Hailey did an interview with E! News, revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years at this point, meaning that a 25-year-old Drake first met Hailey when she was just 14. A big part of the conversation here is, why does Drake routinely find himself around
Bro, he's pre-ordering these young women, bro. Like, he's literally pre-ordering. Think about it. He's literally pre-ordering these girls. Drake.
14 to 17-year-old girls? What does a 25-year-old man have in common with a 14-year-old? And wouldn't it feel weird to date a 25-year-old man have in common with a 14-year-old? And wouldn't it feel weird to date someone you've always known to be a child right after they legally become an adult? In 2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song titled Nice for What, featuring the line, "High school pics, you was even bad then." 3 months later, on July 22nd, an article titled, "What Would You Do If Your Teenager Became an Overnight Instagram Sensation" was released by The Guardian, detailing a story about 16-year-old Charlie D'Alessio going viral on Instagram after being tagged in pictures at Coachella. The article describes the photos as Charlotte wearing bodysuits, bikini tops, and jean shorts. Her mother, Christina Ford, recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos were making her daughter, saying, "They were in the back of the car chatting away and checking in on social to say they were in Toronto, just like normal teenagers. And then suddenly Madison was like, oh god, it's Drake FaceTiming us. Should I answer?" As Ford drove on, listening to her daughter and her friend chatting away in the back seat with one of the biggest hip-hop stars on the planet, she felt the world as she knew it shifting under the wheels of her car. "I thought, okay, she's hanging out with Drake. I guess this is for real." Later that month, Drake would release a song titled Jaded, featuring the line, "We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in ages. You're old enough, but you're still a baby." And 2 months later in September, 14-year-old
What? Drake. Aubrey. We coulda waited. I wasn't Russian. Differences in age. You're old enough, but you're still a baby? She's not old enough, Drake. You're contradicting. Your lyrics are contradicting each other, bro. She's not old enough, bro. Not like, nah, if I have a daughter, I gotta watch out because Drake might... Man.
Enough, but you're still a baby. And 2 months later in September, 14-year-old Millie Bobby Brown would attend the Emmys and mention in a red carpet interview that her and 32-year-old Drake text after meeting each other in Australia.
He was 32. The little interview we just watched...
after he invited her to his
Hey. Drake. Aubrey. Drake.
concert, and that their conversations mostly consist of Drake giving her boy advice and saying how much they miss each other.
We just texted each other the other day and he was like, I miss you so much. I was like, I miss you more.
This was the first time Drake's pattern of being around underage girls really began.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start deleting some Drake songs. Fuck!
And circulating online, with many people speculating what someone with an 18-year age gap can really have in common.
I'm 34 years old. Yeah. If I said to you, I was texting a 14-year-old girl saying, I miss you so much, and she was replying to me, I miss you more, would you not think, hold on here a second, that's weird?
Millie would take to Instagram and defend Drake, saying, why you gotta make a lovely friendship your headline? You guys are weird, for real. I'm lucky to have people in the business extend their time to help me further my career and offer their wisdom and guidance. I'm very blessed to have amazing people in my life. You don't get to choose that for me. It's nice to have people understand what I do. Now get back to talking about real problems in this world other than my friendships. Jeez. However, a month later, as Drake was on tour, blind items began circulating, with people speculating who the noted foreign-born A-plus list singer/rapper could be. A year later, on November 25th, 2019, 17-year-old Billie Eilish sat down for an interview with Vanity Fair and revealed that one of the most famous people in her phone is Drake. She would go on to say that Drake is like the nicest dude I've ever spoken to. I mean, I've only texted him, but he's so nice. He does not need to be nice. You know what I mean? Between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with Billie Eilish, some people really started to question why a now 33-year-old man is in contact with so many children, pointing out that if you remove the celebrity status of everyone, this sort of relationship would never be supported. On October 1st, 2020,
Facts is the status, man. It's the status.
Drake rapped on 21 Savage's song, Mr. Right Now, saying the line, yeah, said she wanna fuck to some SZA. Wait, cause I used to date SZA back in 08. In 2008, Drake would have been 22, and SZA would have just been 17. In a tweet, SZA confirmed that they did date, but insisted that their dynamic didn't involve anything underage or creepy. However, the following September, 35-year-old Drake released an album
SZA?
titled Certified Lover Boy, with a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a
He dated SZA? Shake that ass, Drake. Nah, say that.
Magic City parking lot. This turned heads, as Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to 12th grade students, and Magic City is a strip club in Atlanta. As the album contains 21 songs, and Drake was beefing with Kanye West at the time, it's not surprising that this single line managed to be overlooked. It's entirely possible that Drake really is just a nice guy, and perhaps his pattern of talking to underage entertainers is innocent.
He dated SZA? Oh, no. Hey, man. Cheers.
As he was somewhat of a child star himself. However, dating someone you've known since they were a minor as soon as they turn 18 is bizarre, and no one other than a celebrity would get a pass for this pattern of behavior. Following high school women's basketball as a 29-year-old isn't a common thing, nor is telling a 14-year-old how much you miss them when you're 32 and bear no relation. Women who claim to have hooked up with Drake all detail a similar, elaborate
Hey, you
setup.
making y'all light-skinned niggas look bad, you know. Let me stop saying the N-word. You light-skinned guys look bad, you know.
Involving security guards, NDAs, getting copies of their licenses, and taking their phones away. So the possibility of a whistleblower coming forward is pretty low, but perhaps in the future, as these child and young adult celebrities often found around Drake grow up, we'll get a clearer idea of what their relationship was really like.
This is how AI optimizes my schedule. This meeting got canceled. Hooray, we didn't.
Despite Drake's nice guy reputation, his security team has a controversial history. During Drake's first headline tour in 2010, a fan by the name of Jeremy Soriano claimed that one of Drake's bodyguards punched him in the mouth when he tried to compliment Drake at a club in Jacksonville, Florida. During an interview with Fox 30, Jeremy alleged that Drake proceeded to push him and that he had to get 6 stitches by the end of the night. A friend of the victim, who was also a witness, alleges that following the incident, as Drake entered his tour bus, he flipped both of them off and said, "F you. You're nothing." 2 years later, Drake and his team were involved in a massive brawl at a New York City club with Chris Brown, after Chris sent Drake a bottle of champagne as a peace offering. At the time, Chris Brown had been separated from Rihanna for 3 years, and as Drake was hanging around her a lot, Chris figured the gesture would help clear the air. However, according to New York Daily News, after receiving the bottle of champagne, Drake returned it to Chris with a note reading, "I'm still Rihanna," leading to the two groups throwing bottles and glasses at each other. Afterwards, photos of staff members cleaning the glass off the floors emerged, and Drake's team released a statement insisting that Drake wasn't involved in the brawl at all. According to TMZ, in 2016, a server at the popular Hollywood nightclub Delilah claimed that he was punched in the face by one of Drake's bodyguards because he wouldn't get out of the bathroom so Drake could come in and use it in private. According to Insider.com, the server sued the restaurant, the rapper, and Cleveland Browns wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. over the incident. The victim also alleges that Drake ordered the beating after making a throat cut gesture to his entourage. In a video leaked to TMZ, the victim can be seen on security camera before being punched in the face by a member of Drake's security, while others soon join in on the attack, all while Drake watches. Following the attack and the lawsuit, other employees of Delilah, all while Drake watched by a member of Drake's security, while others soon join in on the attack, all while Drake watches. Following the attack and the lawsuit, other employees of Delilah were allegedly afraid to return to work. The next year, in 2017, Drake's security team would go viral after a dashcam recording showed them bullying a driver on a street in Toronto, forcing them to the side of the road so that Drake's entourage could bypass traffic. After a driver complained, Drake's bodyguard threatened them, saying he'll take his Tesla. That same year, Shawn Mendes would appear on an episode of The Tonight Show and describe his encounter with Drake's security at a weekend concert. According to his story, Shawn Mendes, having previously met Drake a couple days prior, attempted to say hi to him at the show. However, Drake's bodyguard allegedly stopped him before he even had a chance to do so, saying, "The next thing I know, I'm in the middle of the weekend show with my arm hooked behind my back. Drake's security guard had me completely at his mercy." He went on to say that Drake saw what happened and told his bodyguard to let him go, saying, "Don't do that, you don't know who that is." And in 2021, a video went viral alleging a member of Drake's security team was on drugs and barking at people.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, it was a part where I knew Drake's security was towed off. I said, "You good, man?" That nigga looked at me and said, "Row."
After going over some of these less than stellar moments, it becomes easier to understand how Drake has managed to keep up his nice guy image over the past 14 years of his career, as it seems as though the musician surrounds himself with a large group of people to keep attention off of him by carrying out actions on his behalf.
Damn. What Kevin Hart said? Damn. I ain't gonna lie, Drake, look. You got some answering to do. Because this is absurd. This is absurd, man. You got some explaining to do, man. And I love his music, dog. This is gonna be hard. I don't think I'll be able to delete it, you know. I hate his principles, but I love his music. Let me know down in the comments down below if you knew this situation had, well, now you know, but how would you react? Would you keep his music? Would you delete some of his music? Is it your business? Do you care? Let me know what you guys think, man. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. NCL Family, we're going up. Road to 500 subscribers, then 1,000, then 3,000, then 100 mil.